Well, we're in the middle of August, but we are talking about knitwear. It's still summer around here. It's pretty hot outside. But I know that you guys are probably planning already some of your pieces for the fall, and wherever you are, it doesn't really matter if it's hot or cold. I think knitwear is always something very interesting and very functional to have at home, whether it's a really, really warm knit or it's something more lightweight. And I'm going to tell you guys which ones are good for summer or for colder months. In fact, this one that I'm wearing, it's one of my most recent purchases from SEZANE, and I highly recommend. It's one of my most beautiful knits I've ever tried from SEZANE. The color is not the most flattering on me, but I absolutely love this green. So if you live in a place with warmer months and you still want to enjoy knitwear, I would just recommend going with cotton. Of course, always natural materials, but I would avoid wool, cashmere, because these are the ones that make you the warmest. So you don't want to stay with these during warmer months. This is a great one because it's very lightweight and it's a bit of an open knit. So I absolutely love this and would highly recommend. I actually have a video with my entire SEZANE knitwear collection, and I think you guys would love to watch this one. I'm going to link it here if you want to take a look. But let's get started. Today I'm going to show you what are my, I won't say worst purchases, but I'm going to tell you guys the ones that I didn't wear that much, the ones that I regret buying, and what I would recommend instead. So to get started, I'm going to show you the Manon jumper, which is this absolutely gorgeous piece here. I love this, love it. It's beautiful, but I never reach for it. And I'll tell you the reason. It's because it's very bulky to tuck in. If you haven't watched my videos, I always, absolutely always tuck in my knits, and all the tops that I wear, it's the most flattering way for my body type. And this is not different. So every time I try to tuck this in, it's extremely hard because of how bulky it is. And because this is not a very oversized knit, I cannot just French tuck. It doesn't feel very flattering. So what I would recommend instead, if you want to get something similar and if you have the same problem as me, I would recommend the Marietta jumper. I'm not sure if this is available at the moment, but I feel like this was so much easier to wear. They also have the Manon now in a cardigan way, which has all the buttons in the front. It's called the Moira. Beautiful. And again, this is very personal. It's not something that I'm going to tell you it's not going to work for you. It could simply be the most perfect piece for you, but I'm just sharing with you what I feel with these pieces on my body type. So the Marietta is absolutely beautiful. It has a very similar material and feel and even fit, I would say, but this one's more malleable. It's not as thick as the Manon, and it's so much easier to tuck it in. I do have a couple of other sweaters that I wanted to show you. I actually reviewed these, and pretty much everything that I'm showing you, I have a video, a detailed review on all these pieces. Would be the BEIGE jumper, which I wore so much, so much. This is 100% cotton, very flattering, beautiful fit. I love this, and I think it's so much easier to tuck it in, even though I would say it's not a very thin knit, but just the way that the fabric behaves, it makes it a lot easier to tuck it in, even if it's a French tuck or all the way through. And the other one, which is in the same colorway, and I think you guys should see, is the Lina jumper, which is another favorite of mine. This one is actually not cotton, it's merino wool, extremely comfortable and lightweight. So if you live in a place with warmer months, I would say this is a good sweater to have. It's not going to be too cold, too warm, and it's just absolutely perfect. One of my favorites, and I have this one in 3 colors, the black, this one, and a raspberry. Now moving on to colors, one sweater that I regret purchasing is this one. And I'll tell you guys why. This is the Julia sweater. There's mainly 2 reasons why I regret purchasing this. Quality is great, the fit is amazing, but there's 2 things. So one of them is the color. This is really not flattering on me. I can get away with dusty blue if it's something that has at least a little bit of skin showing, because it's not like right on my face. But this one is really hard. It was very complicated to make it work. It just, every time I wear it, I feel like I look sick. I don't look very healthy. The second reason Actually, there's three reasons. The second reason is because it's just all the way up here, and I tend to look a lot better and I feel a lot better, more confident with clothes that have a bit of more skin showing. So I kind of already told you the reason when I told you about the first one, which was the color. But the third reason, and probably the most important one, is that this has a 3/4 sleeves, 3/4. Yeah, it's the one that goes all the way to the elbow. So this is so complicated because that's such a warm knit. It's very thick. And if I'm not wrong, this is wool. So usually you pick wool when it's really cold outside, and this doesn't cover all the way down to the wrist. So this is one reason that it always made me very confused whether I should use this when it's a little warmer, but then I'm too warm, or when it's a little colder, but then I get cold. So I ended up not wearing that much, and I am sad that I ended up keeping it. I should just have returned, but I didn't know how complicated it would be. I do feel that sometimes these are lessons, and that's okay. You end up learning so much from your mistakes. So I would say this was a mistake. There's nothing wrong with the knit. It's beautiful. Again, the fit is incredible. I think it's so flattering. The color doesn't work for me, but I'm sure it will work for so many people. But it was just not something that I loved. And instead, what I would recommend is this one, which has, I would say, a similar vibe. You know, it does have a similar idea, but this one can be worn both ways, like this or like this, and it's just so much more flattering and so much more versatile than the other one. I feel like with this, I wear this so much more, and it's just absolutely beautiful. The color is also a little more flattering on me. In the same colorway, I have the Emile jumper, which I absolutely love. I wore this so much, and I had to share with you just in case you like this color too. I think it's one of the most beautiful colors out there for knitwear. For the next one, I would say that one regret is the Trudy jumper, and it's beautiful. There's nothing really wrong with this. I think it's a great sweater, but it's just not flattering on me for a few reasons. One of them is the color. Of course, I knew that the moment I bought, but I do have other knits in this color that because of other features, it just worked a lot better. But this one, the fact that it goes all the way up here and it just gets so close to my face, it's not the most beautiful color on me. Also, it is a pretty itchy sweater. Not a big deal because you can easily wear something underneath. I wear top from Uniqlo that I really like and recommend. I actually showed you guys in another opportunity, another video. So if you're looking for something to wear under your knits and you're just allergic or you're sensitive to wool, I would highly recommend this Uniqlo top. But yeah, the Trudy, unfortunately, I ended up not reaching for that much, and the reason is because I do have some other knits in the same color that are just more flattering on me. One of them is the Othello. The color is quite similar if you look at them. This one's a little bit more cool, that's more saturated and warmer. But the Othello is a cardigan, and because you can open here, you do have a little bit of skin showing. It has the buttons. Those are just details that really elevate the look and lets you wear a layer underneath. So that does play a role here. When you have a layer, when you have another color underneath, it just gives you a different vibe, and it allows you to play more with that piece more easily. So I did wear the Othello so much. And another one that I would recommend that's really comfortable, this one is not itchy at all, it's the Amance jumper. This is absolutely beautiful. I have reviewed that, and I hope you guys can watch these videos if you have any questions on these knits. Now, another knit that I regret purchasing is this Liaison jumper. So the color is absolutely perfect. I think the knit itself had everything to be just perfection, but it isn't. I don't love the fit so much. It does have a really low neck, so to me it was very complicated to make it work. I don't have a problem with showing skin or even having a little bit more, you know, open cleavage, but this one in particular was really open, and also it did feel a little unflattering because the sleeves were just so tight and it's a really cropped cardigan. Another reason is because it's extremely itchy. So this is probably the itchiest sweater I've ever touched or tried from SEZANE. I still wanted to keep because I was so in love with the color, but I found extremely hard to wear. Now, something instead that I would recommend is the Anouk jumper. I don't think this is available at the moment, but you can easily find, not easily, but you can find in the pre-loved market. And I'm sure they will restock this with different colors. Not restock, but make it in new colors for sure, because it's an absolutely favorite. I know that everyone loves Anouk. The fit is gorgeous, the color is so good, and just everything about the sweater is so good. And it's also a lot more comfortable than the Liaison. Now this one, for your surprise, I know you'll be surprised probably because I raved about the sweater, talked about this sweater in amazing ways, and it is an amazing sweater, especially as a set. This is the Sammy jumper, and it comes with the Nail skirt, which is a matching knit skirt. Absolutely beautiful. I actually wore this a bit, I have to say, but I do have other navy sweaters that I just reached for so much more than this one, and the reason is mainly because of the color. I do not love when the knit goes all the way up. I don't feel it's flattering on me. This is again very personal. It's not tight or anything, but I just don't like the look on me. I prefer either it's all the way up here, or maybe a mock neck or a crew neck, but it has a little bit of skin showing. This is very important for my body type. It's the most flattering way. So the Sammy doesn't have that. It is a cropped sweater, and I do feel like everything else is perfect about it, but again, because I had other knits in the same color, I ended up reaching for them, and I'm gonna show you which ones. The first one that I reached for a lot more was the Lucas jumper. Again, because it opens, it has the buttons on the front. I just love how masculine this is. It's gorgeous. I love this sweater so much. I have this in 3 colors, the ECRU, the navy, and the black with the gold buttons. Absolutely beautiful. And I just reached for this one a lot more. It's also thicker, and here in New York it just got so cold. I always feel like I want to be cozy, I don't want to be cold. So I ended up getting this a lot more instead of Sammy. Another one which I would actually recommend if you live in a place with warmer months is this one, a Capucine sweater. This one's an open knit, and to me it's just a beautiful layer. It just feels so nice. It fits so great, and I got this one in extra small. I do have reviews on all these pieces in case you want to check them out. And another one that I actually reached for instead of Sammy was the Gary jumper. This one is very similar to Trudy jumper, the gray one, gray cream beige that I showed you in the beginning. But this one is in cotton, and it has the beautiful gold buttons on the front. I think this just is so much more special than the Sammy. I just like it a lot more. It does have a little slit here, so it does show a little bit of skin. Again, this is very important for my body type. It's the most flattering way, and I ended up reaching for this so much more. There is one more navy knit that I have that I reached for so much more than Sammy. Is the Betty cardigan, and I feel like Betty deserves its own video. There is a fellow YouTuber, Katie Louise, that I absolutely love. Her videos are so nice. Have you guys ever watched her videos? And she just did a video on so many Bettys that she has. I think she owns 4, and I own 4 as well. I don't think it's the same colors, but it's just a very special sweater. This one, sweater cardigan, this one is so versatile. You can wear it as a sweater, as a cardigan, and I love the details. Just the fact it has the embroidery, it has the pockets. It's a more structured fabric, and it has the curved rolled sleeves. I just think this is so beautiful. You can easily just get dressy with that so much more easily than the other pieces. So those are the navy ones that I own and that I really love. So if I had to let go of one, it would be the Sammy jumper. Another knit that I ended up not wearing, and I do feel sad because it's so beautiful, is this one. I forgot the name. I think it's the Liette. And I actually tried this before in the sweater style, and then I sold it, and then I got this one because I felt that It had the V-neck, and it would be more special, it would be more flattering. It is, in fact it is, than the other one. However, because it's floral and because it's bright color, it felt so difficult to pair with the pieces that I own in my wardrobe. I kind of got stuck with navy jeans and ECRU, so I felt it was extremely hard to wear. Also, it is a very itchy sweater, and it's not the kind that you can actually easily put a shirt underneath. I do have the Uniqlo top that I use underneath all my sweaters when it's itchy, but for this one, because it has a low neck, it was just impossible. So I ended up not reaching for it, and it's so sad because it's a really gorgeous knit. But yeah, instead what I would recommend is the Gaspar jumper, and I'm saying that because it is also a cardigan and it's in the similar colorway. This one is in vintage blue. It's absolutely beautiful. This, just a fun fact, is actually my very first SEZANE piece, and I love it. It's not the best color for me, but again, because it has a little bit of skin showing, it's not too close to my face, it actually works just fine. And depending on the makeup you're wearing, you can just get away with any color really. Now, taking a look at the greens, which are, you know, my favorite ones. The sweater that I kind of regret buying is this one. I forgot the name. I think this is called the Jules Jumper, Jules sweater. And there's nothing wrong with it. It is a little bit itchy. I do love the color so much. And also the neck area, I think it's pretty. It's kind of a boat neck. So I do have a few things that I love about the sweater. But I got it in extra small. They didn't have the small, and I felt like it wasn't the best fit. This always felt a little bit tight, and I do love to pull up all my sleeves. I just think it's the best way to wear. And it just didn't feel right. It is a bit of an oversized knit, and because it has the same color of my Achille, I ended up wearing the Achille a lot more. So like I said, those knits are not bad. There's nothing wrong with them. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. But because of these reasons I mentioned, whether it's the color, whether it's the fit, or whether I had something similar in my wardrobe already, I ended up not wearing them as much as I wanted to. So the Achille, absolutely a favorite of mine. This is not sold anymore from SEZANE. You can only find in the pre-loved market, but they do have a very similar one with a better fit, they say, which is the Basile, and it is slightly more fitted than the Achille. Achille is huge. It's like super, super oversized. Another one that I would recommend in the same colorway is James. I have actually worn this so much, and I have James in two colors. I have this striped one and this green, model green olive one. That's absolutely beautiful. It is so soft. The Jewels, the one that I said I didn't like so much, is really itchy. This one is so, so soft. And I love the fact that you can open the buttons on the side, and it just makes it so flattering and so special. I love, love, love these knits. Now for the last one that I would say that I regret buying is this one, which I forgot. I think I still have the name here. Yeah, the Alma jumper. This one still has the tag. I actually have that in two colors. The other one I wore a little bit more, but this one I got in extra small. The color is beautiful. I love, love, love this color so much. I actually have tried a Betty in the same color, Rosewood. So beautiful. I do have a shirt in Rosewood as well, the clothes shirt. And in terms of color, I think it's perfect, but the fit is really boxy. It never felt like right on me. Also, it's very itchy, so itchiness is a thing. I know that some of you will be more bothered and others won't really care about it. But yeah, it is something that I do care, and if I'm going to spend 6-7 hours working and I'm going to be all day wearing that, I really want to be comfortable. I don't want to be poked or feeling like, you know, when I get home and change. I think one of the ways you can tell if you are comfortable is like when you get home, you're desperate to take off your clothes and just wear something else, like loungewear. So some of these knits, they do feel like loungewear because they're so comfortable. And this one, the Alma jumper, wasn't one of them. So I ended up not wearing so much. I do have a similar color, which is the Gaspar in Iris. It's not the same. This is a lot warmer, but I thought it would be nice just to show you guys. Another option that's absolutely beautiful is the Emile. Oh my gosh, this knit is so pretty. And if you guys like pink and rosewood, those colors, I think this one is absolutely fantastic. And since we're talking about rosewood, I just wanted to show you real quick this one to end the video because Leontine is one of my favorite pieces. It does have the rosewood stripes, and Leontine is available in so many colors, and I'm showing you that because it's still summer around here, and I think it's important to talk about these knits as well. This is cotton, so you can easily wear in warmer days. It's not going to be a winter sweater. In fact, I don't really reach for that during the winter because I prefer cashmere, wool, just alpaca materials that will make me really warm and cozy all day. But this one is just a great sweater to do a transition, which is exactly what we are right now. I'm recording the video in the middle of August. My birthday is coming, actually. I'm very excited. And yeah, I just love it, and I wanted to share with you guys. So what do you think of the video? Let me know if you like this video, because then I can do other editions. I was thinking about doing a shirt edition, or maybe dress edition, or perhaps pants. Pants will be tricky because pants are really tricky for me, but if you guys want to see what I have from SEZANE that I regret purchasing or I just absolutely love, just let me know and I'll be happy to come back and do this video for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye bye.